Hey Leo, welcome in. Today's reading, we're going to title it, Let's Rebuild Your Self-Worth After Emotional Damage. I feel like the last couple of years has inflicted quite a bit of that. So let's make this reading about not blaming yourself, right? It's about recognizing where you dimmed your light for someone who kept squinting, if you know what I mean. This is a general reading, of course, for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus. And as always, take what resonates, leave behind the rest. And if you're ready and you've already done the work, congratulations. This is just your reminder to keep going. If you haven't done the work, join the club. The rest of us are on the path and on our journey. Okay? Let's get into it. And as always, please forgive the husky in the background. He has a squeaky toy, and it is what it is. All right, Leo, let's begin. Okay, and I have a coffee cup off to the right. I hope I don't knock it over. All right. So, oh my God, the tower. You know what? Aries started out the same way. What the hell? But anyway, um, this wasn't a small disappointment for you, Aries. I mean, see what I mean? Just called you Aries, Leo. um, this was emotional demolition. So you were invested, but the thing is whatever you built it on shifting sand. So this was never going to last. Something you trusted collapsed suddenly, and if it hasn't yet, it will. I'm sorry. And the damage for you just wasn't external. It hit you right at your core. It hit your sense of worth. Nothing humbles a Leo faster than realizing you defended someone who didn't deserve the PR campaign. How many times have we died on that hill for somebody and we realized we shouldn't have? All right, Leo, that's you. All right, this hit you to your core. But the plus is that this chaos, there's a blessing in it, and it had to come crumbling down. It's actually, if you think about it, a beautiful card because it's forcing you, the universe is forcing you to course correct. And trust me, you'll thank the universe later for course correcting you, okay? Let's grab your next card. Let's see what's going on. But Aries started the same way. I mean, I'm doing Sagittarius after this reading. I can only imagine what's going to happen there. Oh, okay. The star reversed. Let's carry on, shall we? The star reversed. This is Aquarius energy, by the way. This speaks to hope fatigue. Like you kept hoping and hoping this person would become who you wanted them to be throughout this whole thing. And they just haven't. Okay. You didn't lose confidence in yourself. You actually paused believing in yourself. Okay. This emotional damage here came from overgiving, over explaining, and under receiving. You know who you are if that resonated. I'm going to say it again. This emotional damage here came from over giving, over explaining, and under receiving. So you were pouring yourself into someone who thought consistency was optional. Right? They were not consistent, and that's what the star in reverse is telling you. They weren't there for you. You thought they would be eventually, and if you're female, and speaking from experience, we women fall in love with potential, and sometimes the potential is never there to begin with. But anyway, I digress. We're going to carry on because I feel like this is going to stabilize for you because I have faith that it will. I hope it will. Let's hope so. Oh, the devil. Maybe not. The Capricorn energy. Okay. So here's the thing, though. The devil appears when self-worth gets entangled with validation. All right. And you needed validation for whatever reason, Leo. No idea why. You can only answer that question for you. This is Capricorn. This Capricorn energy is toxic. Okay. You stayed longer than you should have because leaving felt like failure. You didn't want to fail at this. But Leo, staying silent about your needs wasn't loyalty. It was self-abandonment. You abandoned yourself. And no, being understanding is not a personality trait. Okay, it's a trauma response in a nice outfit. Okay, it's a trauma response. The devil's all about cutting the ties that bind. In a traditional tarot deck, like Rider-Waite, you'll see two people chained underneath the devil. But the thing is they're lightly chained, so they can always leave when they want to. They just don't. So devil energy is telling you it's time. It's time to cut the ties that bind. It's time to move on to like better things. And you know this, Leo. I feel like a lot of you know this. You're just having trouble cutting it loose, and I don't know why. But let's find out why. Maybe we just need some time. I don't know. Oh, we do. Okay, hermit mode. This is Virgo energy, right? So Virgo energy is slow the f down. Okay. Um, the hermit asks you to turn inward. All right, not to isolate, but to recalibrate, because a lot of times the hermit means to go isolate yourself. Right? It's okay to be alone. It's okay because you learn a lot about yourself during this time. But it's more like recalibration for you. So this is where your self-worth will rebuild, right? This is where it's going to begin to rebuild. You stop asking, why wasn't I enough? And you start asking, what did I accept? Why did I accept so little? Like, why was I doing that? Like, why did I not be myself and just settle for what was given to me instead of what I deserve? Okay. So this isn't withdrawal, right? This is restoration. But some people are in your circle may not understand why you have to go hermit mode. This is when the teacher becomes the student, right? Where you do shadow work, you're healing, and you come out a better version of yourself than before you went hermit mode. Okay, and some people may not understand that, but those who count, those who mean something to you will. Okay, they definitely will. I don't feel like we need more than 5 cards, so let's grab one more. Ah, here you are, Leo. This is your card. You're the strength. Okay. This is you, right? This is you quietly making a comeback. Okay? No roaring and going through a bull like a china shop like an Aries. This is you quietly making a comeback. This is emotional mastery. This is creating those gentle boundaries and establishing firm standards for yourself. Okay, firm standards for yourself. Are you I love this for you. I do. I didn't mean to swear. That's why I kind of whispered. I love this. I love this for you. Because when I see this, right, in a traditional deck, there's a woman holding this lion's head right on her, the pelt right on her body. But this lion is powerful, right? King of the jungle, queen of the jungle, whatever your gender is. This is telling you don't roar anymore because you don't have to. And I feel like a lot of you were screaming into the void with this person. Okay, and they probably turned on you like, why are you so aggressive? And it's just you trying to get a reaction out of them because nothing triggered them. So anyone worth your time can hear you without the performance, right? You don't have to walk in like the king of the jungle and roar loud and establish your dominance. You don't need that. You need someone who just gravitates towards you, who can feel your light, who can see your worth, and can support you on whatever it is that you want to do in this life. I really feel like this is a turning point for you, Leo, and I really feel like I'm going to pull one more card. I know I've said about 5, but let's do one more because I love this ending for you, Leo. Showing up in your reading, in your power, as you should as a fire sign, just so you know. The sun, of course. Beautiful, beautiful ending to this. Beginning was tumultuous, but this is good. We're closing with the sun. So this is your essence returning. This is finding joy without proving yourself, finding love without auditioning for someone, right? We all know what that means. And finding your confidence without explanation. You don't have to tell anybody who you are and why you do what you do, why you think, whatever. Okay. The emotional damage didn't break you, Leo. I want you to understand that. All right. It didn't break you. It kind of clarified you. It kind of defined who you really are. And since you weren't being that person, that tower that showed up that showed up is here to tell you this all needed to come tumbling down because there's something better for you. So Leo, your final message is if you don't rebuild your self-worth by choosing yourself, right, then no one's going to do it for you. And you rebuild it by choosing yourself first, everyone else second. I know it's going to be hard for some of you, but everyone else second. It's you time. It's your time. All right, Leo. And Leo, if you enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. It pushes my message out to as many Leos who need to hear this message and find peace and clarity. But peace till next time, Leo.